Hi, everyone. You have just clicked on a YouTube channel. Is this the best YouTube channel? I don't know. Like there might be a better one out there, but no. This is the Mad Camper. I'm usually Jim. Roses are red, violets are blue. I'm schizophrenic, and so am I. So, anyway, welcome to be here. Okay. Thanks for dropping in. You guys, I'm looking at my desk, and this is actually a dining room table with the leaf in the middle. So this is like 6 feet long. And I've got stuff scattered all over here. You guys know that, right? And so I'm looking around. I'm counting maybe 10 funny stories. Just looking at all the gadgets and gizmos on my desk right now. But in this episode, I've got three things. All right. One funny story, just because it happened like just a couple days ago. And I've told you before, if you want like nonstop entertainment, just follow me around. All right. Because stuff just happens, So I've got one funny story. And then I have not responded to all of your awesome comments. Just from that last post that I did in the posts thing, and the previous video, and but I'm going to be responding to your comments directly on here. Okay, does that make sense? What we're going to do? All right. So if you have your notes, turn to page 3. No, I'm kidding. I'm feeling a lot better now, you guys. Remember in the previous video, I'm like, oh, I just feel crummy. I have no idea what that was all about. I've been doing the exact same thing. I didn't change anything. I'm taking my vitamins, my supplements. I'm getting plenty of water. My nutrition is pretty good. Lots of protein, low carbs, getting plenty of sleep, blah, blah, blah. So it's like all of a sudden this morning, it's like, boop, okay, kind of back to normal. Well, I mean, for me, normal is like a really far goal, right? that I'll never achieve. I'll never achieve normalcy compared to you guys, right? So, yeah. And then I've got something really cool for you at the end of this video, the end, so, something I did, like a week ago, or something like that. And I've been wanting to put it into like the last 3 videos that never got aired, never got posted, because I would make it halfway through the video and then I just started feeling crummy and I couldn't finish it or whatever. So anyway, yeah, so welcome. If you're new to the channel, just so you know, a couple months ago, my doctor told me that I'm in complete remission. So I'm a cancer survivor, stage 1 pancreatic cancer. All right. So just the technology now, you guys, is amazing. And, and like I always say, if you're struggling right now, you're having a hard time, please don't lose hope, because new technology is coming out every day. So don't give up hope, you guys, because maybe tomorrow your doctor might walk in and he might say, you know what? We've got something new. All right. That's what happened to me. We switched to my chemo. That chemo took off and did a really good job. So yeah. So, if you're struggling right now, the goal of my videos is to give you some entertainment, and you guys know the drill, the Mad Pack. You guys know the drill. I try to provide some entertainment, maybe some information. And if you don't want to learn anything, you might want to like go to a different video, because I'm going to be explaining some things having to do with my crazy solar project and my big batteries and all that stuff. Something happened a couple days ago. All right, so let's talk about that. All right. Okay, so hang on. One more funny story. This happened yesterday. Like I say, like almost every day, I've got a story. So I went in yesterday to have my tattoo filled in, right? And so I get into her office, and she's like looking at my tattoo, right? She's like, "Yeah, no, we're gonna have to reschedule." And I'm like, "Okay." She said, "Yeah, you're too scabby." I'm like, "Scabby?" And she's like, "Yeah, you haven't healed quite all the way, and I don't want to do more until you're fully healed." So she said, "Just put some moisturizing moisturizing lotion on it, and then come back on Sunday and we'll do it, this was yesterday, so Thursday in 4 days, whatever." So I'm too scabby. Hey, Ava,
Yes, Your Highness.
quit being so scabby.
Okay, Mr. Boogers.
Well, that was kind of not nice, but so okay. A funny story that happened. Let's see, about a week ago or something. 4 or 5 days ago, I had a complete meltdown. Okay, now some of you know about this crazy solar big batteries, project that I'm working on. All this stuff is either going in the camper, in my trailer, or on the trailer. I've got 8 solar panels laying here, and those are going to go up on the roof, right? So, so I'm messing around with it, and I'm kind of pushing its limits. All right. So, like I said a couple videos ago, I had this thing running off the batteries, right? This thing was up and running, and it was running everything in the background that you see here, all the lights, the TV, and everything. And so I've got these induction cooktops, right? And I've got an air fryer with trays that go in there. So I was running my air fryer, which is 1,500 watts of power, right? My induction cooktops, they can go from 600 to 1,200 watts. The limit of the inverter, that's what that big box is. It converts DC voltage from the batteries to AC voltage. Did you know that Nikola Tesla invented AC, electricity, right? Instead of direct current? Nikola Tesla is one of my heroes, right? So I fired up my induction cooktop, and things ran okay for like 30 seconds, and then everything shut down. So what happened was, part of the big system is this main cutoff switch. All right. The main cutoff switch completely melted down. This goes in here. So, and this goes to the batteries, right? This is a 200 amp fuse. All right. So I'm like, what the heck? Which is a good case for do not believe everything you see on YouTube, right? If you're doing research, yeah, you might want to get like 3 or 4 different opinions, especially this channel. Don't believe anything on this channel, right? So yeah, 200 amp fuse. Yeah, no, not for this size cable that I'm currently running coming off the batteries, right? Yeah, no. This size cable, wait, where are they? Where are they? I brought them over here. I've got too much stuff on my desk, you guys. Well, anyway. So I'm doing research, building my system, right? And this, well, here, let's do this. What gauge wire is in your bedroom right now? Anyone? Bueller? Anyone? Probably 14 gauge. Okay. Which is just normal circuits, lights and receptacles and stuff like that. This is 12 gauge. All right. This is a 20 amp breaker. The breaker box in your basement. The breaker box. The breakers. So 14 gauge is a 15 amp breaker. 12 gauge is a 20 amp breaker. 10 gauge is a 30 amp breaker. This is what I'm using in my trailer. It's always better to use bigger wire than what you think you're going to need, right? Well, anyway, so man, this story is getting long. So anyway, this stuff is 2 gauge. All right, that's the stuff that you see right now hooked up, running to the batteries and between the batteries. Yeah, no. I didn't realize there's a difference between 2 gauge and 2/0 gauge. This is 2/0 gauge cable. This is what I was supposed to be using. Okay, can you see the difference? 2 gauge, 2/0 gauge. All right. This stuff, so I had to buy new cables. This stuff is $5 per foot. Okay. So now I got to rewire a bunch of that stuff because my system literally melted down. And luckily, I'm wondering now if it's actually designed to do that. This actually melted down and it came apart and everything shut down. Luckily it did, because the fuse wasn't going to blow because the fuse was too big. So yeah, so I bought a 150 and a 100 amp fuses instead of the 200, because I would rather blow these rather than blow my whole system up, right? So it's like I told you guys, yeah, everything's running great. Everything's, it's running fine. Well, just don't overload it. Could have burned my house down. At least that's fairly safe, right? Just a remote and I can shut that down. So it's like, oh my gosh, you guys, that could have ended up badly. But all the equipment is fine. I've tested it and it's fine. So it's like, geez. All right, now let's get to your comments. All right, how about that? You want to do that? How about that? Okay, you want to do that? Okay, let's do that. Okay, hi, yeah, hi. Different hat, different day. It's actually a week later. So what you just saw, I'm doing editing. What you just saw was a week ago, and stuff has happened. Stuff happens like every day. I could shoot a new video every day. I'm not kidding you guys. Here, wait, hang on. Okay, there we go. So yeah, it's a week later. Wait, hang on. Science. Yeah, they're kind of science-y, right? Do they make me look smarter? I don't know. Okay, wait, hang on. How about these? Same? A or B? A or B. They're the same. These are I ordered new glasses, you guys. It's been years since I've had new glasses. These are at least 10 years old. You know, when I don't know if you're like me, but I know I am. When I break a pair of my glasses, I just go to the previous, I save all of my old glasses in case I break one or lose it or whatever, just go to the previous set of glasses, wear those for a couple of years because the prescription probably isn't that different, right? So yeah, it's a luxury. Ordered new glasses, which I haven't done in like forever. So it's kind of like, well, yeah, they're kind of, I don't know, they're kind of cool. I think maybe. Let me know in the comments. I don't care if I look like a dork. All right. So then this happened. I'm glad I didn't knock the lava lamp over. And I still haven't found the bulb for it. I have a bulb. I just can't find it. Can someone come over and help me organize? Jeez. So yeah, it's scabby, but it's getting there. I'm really happy with the way it turned out, you guys. When I go to shake somebody's hand, it's going to be like, wow, that's like large. So, and by the way, I ordered different prescriptions. These are my close. The focal length is like 3 feet. So these are my computer glasses. So yeah, I ordered, 2 identical pair. And so one of them is going to stay at the office. By the way, I'm going back to the office in 2 weeks. So May 1st is a Thursday. So I'm planning on going back to the office downtown St. Paul, right? It's a 15-minute commute. So it's pretty close. So I'm so excited to get back to Metro Square is what it's called, the building, and see all of my buddies at work. I'm emailing people and it's like, I can't wait to see you guys. And they're like, well, we can't wait to get you back here, And so, yeah, it's, can't wait. So, yeah, let's do your comments from like 3 weeks ago. Sorry, you guys. Okay, let's do that. Okay, we're going to have to go really fast on these, you guys, because geez, we're already 18 minutes in. Geez, I'm such a blabbermouth. So Carol says, sounds like a good plan until you retire. Until then, just try to relax. We don't want our leader to be falling apart. Well, Carol, I was dropped on my head as a kid. So that's kind of when I started falling apart. But now a few of these I did reply. I don't remember. LOL. Thanks, Carol. I think I fell apart years ago. But yeah, taking it easy today. My couch floats away once in a while, so I need to lay on it so it doesn't end up in the neighbor's yard. Thanks again. I have no idea what that means. Yeah, thanks, Carol. And I think she's talking about a good plan until you retire. I think, just working on my solar stuff and, getting stuff paid off and, blah, 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 stuff like that. So Jane says, me too. Something I can't remember why it's me too, but weeks of radiation has really taken a toll. Yeah, I'm sorry, Jane. That sucks. I've heard that radiation is way worse than chemo, is what I've heard. So, yeah, yikes. But every day is a little bit better. I just have to search for it sometimes. Yeah, I'm glad it's... Yeah, I responded. I said, I'm glad to hear you're feeling a little better, Jane. That's great. But yeah, it can take time sometimes. Sending hugs. So yeah, for me to get over my chemo did take a while. Thomas says, why don't you retire now, you idiot, and get your butt on the road? Don't let life pass you by. God has a plan for all of us, and he's healed you to do your dream. I totally agree, Thomas. Let's see. How did I reply to that? Hey, Thomas. Yeah, I know. So, oh, yeah, that's right. So I list the reasons why I'm not retiring now and I'm retiring in 3 years. So, one, I'll get maybe $500 more per month in Social Security by waiting. You know how you go online and you can figure out, if I retire at this date versus, you know, 3 years in the future, and it'll calculate how much your Social Security is. So yeah, by waiting until I'm 66, I'll get a lot more in Social Security. Number two, the camper renovation, if you want to call it that. I'm going to be ripping stuff apart. I'll show you guys everything I'm going to do in there eventually. That's going to take years for me to get all that stuff done. A lot of stuff I want to do in there. You'll see. So three, downsizing and getting the house ready will take years. Can someone come over and help me with that? Yeah, I live in a 3-bedroom house and 2 bedrooms are full of like hobbies and stuff. So I got to clear all that stuff out and get the house ready to sell, right? That's going to take a while. Number four, I want the truck to be paid off. And it will be by the time I leave the curb here. So as of right now, the trailer is paid off. I paid that off a couple weeks ago. So yeah, by the time I leave the curb, I'll have the truck paid off too. But yeah, I totally get it. If things were ready, I'd be gone already. And I agree. My life from now on is a gift, right? So thanks again. Good thoughts. Yeah, thanks for prayers, Thomas. Gypsy says, "Hi, Jim. Glad to hear you're taking care of yourself." Well, nobody else is going to do it, right? No, that sounded kind of, yeah, never mind. I understand the feeling crappy part. Yeah, sorry. Congratulations on paying off the trailer. Yep, there you go. So, when will you start clearing out stuff you won't need on the road? Like tomorrow is when I'm going to start. It's always tomorrow. Oops, wait a second. Wait, I have to go back to read more. Wait. How do I cancel? I screwed up, you guys. How do I read more? I want to read more. Is there more, Gypsy? Wait a second. Let me do this. Let me reload this. Here's the quick update. And yeah, by the way, these responses, you guys, are to that post that I did where I just wasn't feeling good. Here we go. Glad to hear you're taking care of yourself. I understand the feeling crappy part. The trailer. When will you start cleaning stuff out? I've been purging for over a year and I have just one garage full left. Jeez, I can totally relate, Gypsy. I was hoping to be on the road this spring, but got to get it all done. So you're going on the road full time, Gypsy? I don't remember. Maybe you mentioned that before. I don't know. Start planning the downsize soon. It's a beast. Take care and keep on doing your best. Yeah, see, that's the thing, you guys. Downsizing and purging and getting rid of, there's always, 3 bins or 3 boxes. Trash, just, garbage. Donate, so goodwill, or give away to someone else who might really need something, or give it to my kids, or it goes in the trailer. That's 4 bins. So yeah, it's quite a process. I totally agree. So then Wendy says, this has all taken a toll on your body. Yeah, that's true. Well, and you too, Wendy, you've been through a lot too. Cold, dreary days are good to curl up on the couch. Yep. At least I remember from Pennsylvania. Arizona is always sunny and hot because, yeah, Wendy is down in Arizona right now. Pace yourself. What doesn't get done on those lists will wait for you. Yep. You really are looking good, and it makes me happy. Thanks, Wendy. That's really sweet. Especially with the new glasses, right? Right? Congrats on the payoff. Yeah, that felt really good. One less payment, right? So then that payment goes toward the truck or whatever. So it gets paid off that much faster. Thank you for the update, though. Always looking for you, which makes the moment that you post even more exciting. Oh, that's really sweet. It's all good. We are okay. Please eat. Caregiver to my last breath. Love, Wendy. Yeah, Wendy is a caregiver for sure. And she's been like a cornerstone on this channel. Wendy, I think you've been with me since day one. So I really, really appreciate you. Okay. Let's see who. Oh, Rhonda says, "Hey, Rhonda, thanks for letting us know. Not great, but okay. We love you and wish you all the best. Now take a break, you idiot." Geez, we'll see you when you're feeling better. Yeah, thanks, Rhonda. Hey, Rhonda, wow, that sounded a little bossy. What? What sounded bossy? Now take a break. Okay, yeah. Kidding. Yeah, thanks. Love you guys too. To be honest, I'm feeling a little better now, so we'll see what happens. Okay, yep, my standard 2 thumbs and a heart, So yeah, we'll see what happens a week from now. All right. Leslie says, "Thanks for the update, Jim. At least we know you are still alive and kicking." Sometimes that for a while, that's about all I could do was lay on the couch and like, I'm just kicking. Like I want to feel better. So, good to know. Hope you feel better soon. Love you. Mean it. Love right back at you, Leslie. Thank you. So yeah, I didn't reply to most of these, which is why we're doing this right now. Right. Susan says, "I feel like I wrote this, Jim. This was a whole week of feeling blah. Oh, I'm sorry. Could barely get myself to a few doctor appointments. Yeah, I know it sucks, right? I'm sorry you were going through that. I need to get my priorities straight. I am too off on an adventure. I'm also putting my house on the market. Needs so definite change in my life. Hope you're feeling better too. Thank you. So happy your camper is paid off. Yeah, thanks. I know how much you want to travel. Prayers for you. So you're putting your house on the market. So tell us more about that, Susan. Like, are you buying a different place? Are you downsizing? What's going on? Are you going on the road full time? Some of you actually are. Oh, that's it? Oh, that's it. Wow, that did go fast. And I know a couple of you are either going to be going on the road full time in your campers like I am, or you're already on the road. Shoot, I can't remember. Somebody is already down in Quartzsite. I can't remember who that is, but yeah. So yeah, it's fun to hear how some of you are thinking about doing that now. And if I didn't mention it in this video, if you have updates to like you're going on the road full time or whatever, leave a comment on this video. I would be really interested. Well, we would all be interested to hear about, if you're planning on doing that. And if you have any updates to your health situation, okay? If you guys are going through chemo, or if you have a surgery coming up soon and you're nervous about it or something, if you need, well, not need, because it makes it sound like I'm asking you to ask for encouragement, but that's not it at all. But if you have any updates on your health situation, anything you want us to be aware of, please leave a comment here, and I'll be sure to put it out on the posts so that we all, if you want to, so that we all know kind of what's going on with you, especially if you're really struggling, if you're suffering, going through chemo or something, please don't feel bad to let us know. And because that's why we're here. One of the reasons I'm here is to give you guys some entertainment and hopefully bring a smile, right? The other reason is to provide encouragement for those of you that are going through chemo, been there, done that, right? So, just to encourage those of you that are having a hard time, because I know it sucks sometimes, right? Especially radiation. Anybody doing radiation? Because that I've heard through you guys that have done it, it's a whole different thing than chemo. I don't fully understand it, but it's not fun based on what you guys have said. All right. So what should we do next? That went really fast. That was just my last I'm not feeling good post. I think I did do a video where a bunch of you responded. Maybe I'll save that for the next video. And you guys, I'm not kidding. I haven't even started on all of my funny stories. I just threw a couple of them in here just because things have happened in the past couple days, right? So, anyway, I told you I have a third thing that I did. Well, now it's been like 2 weeks ago when I did this. So anyway, this is for those of you that are suffering and having a hard time. Just kind of a relaxing moment, okay? And then I'll pick you up on the other side of this. All right, here you go. Yes. May you be well. May you be happy. May you feel safe. Right? That's what this says. Okay, a couple videos ago, right? So I hope you guys have a good day today. That's all I have for this episode. I might crank out another one this weekend, maybe. All right. So So I try to leave you on a positive note, kind of a I know. Thank you so much. What? And this takes concentration, by the way. Okay, you guys. I hope you had fun, and thank you so much for all your comments and stuff. And thanks for being here. All right. Have a good day, and I'll talk to you in the next video. All right. The next one. The next one. Okay. Bye, you guys.
Science.